Good morning, students. So we had again a break because I was trying for some other things which did not work. But hope it will be working soon, and we'll be meeting soon in another version. So till then, we'll be continuing in this way because this way will be continued. Some of the students told me that they are enjoying this mode of education while some other prefer the other mode. So there will always be a conflict between these two. So let us continue with this one for the time being, and very soon we will be switching on to the other mode, that is live mode. Okay. So live mode will continue along with the YouTube mode. So both are preferred by some teachers, some guardians. So accordingly we will go for both of them. So welcome back to the class again. In the last class we discussed regarding open chain structure of fructose. Open chain structure of fructose. I told you that fructose also exists in both the forms, that is open chain form, that is straight chain form, as well as closed ring form. Okay, so like your D-glucose or D-fructose also exists or coexist in both the forms. So we are doing the structure elucidation of fructose in the last class. So what we discussed in the structure elucidation? Now we discussed 3 points only. First one, the molecular formula was established to be molecular formula by various means or methods was established to be C6H12O6. That means same molecular formula as that of glucose. Then second one, when fructose, that is C6H12O6, fructose is reduced in presence of what? Na concentrated HI or red phosphorus. When it is heated in presence of them, what happens? Now it undergoes reduction. It undergoes reduction to form N-hexane. N-hexane. That means a straight chain containing 6 carbon atoms. It forms N-hexanes. So what it confirm? Now fructose also carries or fructose contains a chain of 6 carbon atoms. A straight chain of, you write straight chain containing 6 carbon atoms. So this experiment confirmed that fructose contains a straight chain containing 6 carbon atoms because on reduction it produced N-hexane formula, you know it. Then next one, like glucose, when fructose is treated with acetic anhydride, this is acetic anhydride. What it gives? Like glucose, it also gives penta-acetyl derivative of fructose. Penta-acetyl derivative of fructose plus 5 acetic acid, because there are 5 hydroxyl groups present in the chain of fructose, like your glucose also. Fructose carries 5 hydroxyl groups. So when it reacts with acetic anhydride, then the hydroxyl groups are replaced by the acetate group to form penta-acetyl derivative, and other 5 acetic groups they form acetic acid. So what this confirms? Now fructose contains a group of 5 hydroxyl 5 hydroxyl groups are present separately on different carbon atoms. Why different carbon atoms? On different carbon atoms. Now I told you, if two hydroxyl groups will be present on the same carbon atom, then it will be unstable. But like glucose, fructose is also quite stable. Glucose is both stable, fructose is both stable. So because it is stable, there is no chance of two hydroxyl group being present on one carbon atom. माने गोटे carbon atom रे दुईटा hydroxyl group नहीं. So they are present separately on separate carbon atoms. So up to this we discussed in the last class. Next we will be proceeding to its oxidation in presence of nitric acid. It confirms the presence of ketone. It confirms the presence of ketone. So next we will discuss the presence of ketone. So next students will go to number 4, presence of carbonyl, that is CO group in the fructose. So unlike glucose which contains an aldehyde functional group, I told you fructose contains an carbonyl group. Okay. So how to confirm it? Now when fructose is reacted with a strong oxidizing agent, that is nitric acid is a strong oxidizing agent. Then what it forms? Now it forms a mixture of glycolic acid and tartaric acid. So what to be sure about this? Now every acid which is formed has fewer means lesser carbon than present in fructose. Fructose कितना carbon अच्छी? How many carbons are there in fructose? Na 6. Here carbon atoms are 2 and here it is 4. So all the acids which are formed, they contain lesser or fewer carbon atoms as compared to fructose. It is only possible when a carbonyl group is present, not a aldehyde group is present. Okay. So it confirms the presence of a carbonyl group. Then presence of carbonyl group is confirmed. Next let us see at which position carbonyl group is present. At which position carbonyl group is present. In case of glucose, the aldehyde, free aldehyde group was not there. The aldehyde group was present at the first carbon atom at the initial point. But let us see where it is present. Now it is present at C2. C2 means second carbon atom. Next we will go to point number 5. So next students we will come to point number 5. That is, let us see carbonyl group is there. We have confirmed it from the last experiment. So on which carbon atom the carbonyl group is present. So for this the reaction is that when fructose reacts with HCN, it gives cyanohydrin. It gives cyanohydrin. Look, the nitrile or cyano group is attached to second carbon atom. Then when it is hydrolyzed followed by reduction in presence of HI and red phosphorus, what happens? It forms 2-methyl hexanoic acid. So when cyanohydrin, which contains a nitrile group at second carbon atom, is hydrolyzed followed by your reduction in presence of HI and red phosphorus, it forms 2-methyl hexanoic acid. 2-methyl hexanoic acid. So what is to look forward here? Now the carboxylic group is replacing the nitrile group. So nitrile group is present at the second carbon atom, that is C2. So look, since the carboxylic has appeared in place of nitrile group or cyano group, it is bonded to C2 atom. Cyano group is bonded to C2 atom in the cyanohydrin, confirming the position of carbonyl group at the second carbon atom. That means since your nitrile group is present at the second carbon atom and this one is replaced by the carboxylic group, so it confirms that cyano group which is present at second carbon atom, that means the carbonyl group has to be present on the second carbon atom. So this is how it confirms that carbonyl group, that is CO, is present at the second carbon atom. Okay. So with this we elucidate the structure of fructose. Now it is clear that fructose contains a straight chain of 6 carbon atoms. A straight chain of 6 carbon atoms. Then next let us prove that it contains 5 hydroxyl groups. It contains 5 hydroxyl groups and it contains a carbonyl group at second carbon atom. So all these were confirmed. Okay. So accordingly, the structure of fructose can be written like this: CH2OH. Then carbonyl group is present at second carbon atom. Then we write like this: CHOH, 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 CH2OH. Okay. So here the hydrogen and hydroxyl group, they will be oriented differently. So I mean to say, how many chiral centers are here? Chiral carbons are here. Again, what is a chiral carbon? Now which is attached to 4 different groups or 4 different atoms. Okay, that is called chiral carbon. So if we count the chiral carbons, here the number of chiral atoms or chiral centers will be these 3. So here the number of chiral carbons or chiral centers will be 3. That means, what is the number of possible optical isomers? Now the formula is 2 to the power n, where n is the number of chiral carbons. What is the number of chiral carbons here? Now 3. So 2 to the power 3, that means 8. So it confirms that unlike glucose, which has 4 chiral centers and therefore has 16 optical isomers possible, but fructose has only 88 optical isomers possible. One of them is D-glucose. So why I am writing minus here? So fructose. D minus fructose. So why I am writing minus here? D minus fructose is one of these 8 optical isomers possible. So if you are asked how many optical isomers are possible in case of fructose, your answer will be 8. One of them is D-fructose. Okay. So why a negative sign? Because naturally occurring fructose is laboratory in nature. That's why it is also known as labulose. I told you in the last class. Okay. So this is how the structural elucidation of fructose was done, which was again confirmed. That means the structure of these 3. That means if you number them, this is the first carbon atom, this is the second one, this is the third one, this is the fourth one, this is the fifth one and sixth one. Okay. So if we compare it with D, so this is D-fructose. If we compare it with D-glucose, what is the similarity? Now the structure at third, fourth and fifth carbon atom are same. So that is confirmed by Osagen formation. So next we will see how Osagen formation confirms the similarity in structure between D-glucose and D-fructose. D-glucose and D-fructose at third, fourth and fifth carbon atom. So next we will discuss the formation of Osagen. So next students, as I told you, we will be sure that D-glucose and D-fructose, they have same setup of asymmetric or chiral carbon. At which carbons? Now 3, 4 and 5. Look at them. 3, 4, 5. So I am numbering them 3, 4, 5. Here also 3, 4, 5. So if you compare the structure, both D-glucose and D-fructose have similar structure of chiral centers or asymmetric centers at which carbons? Now 3, 4 and 5, which is confirmed by formation of Osagen. That means when glucose, D-glucose and D-fructose, they are reacted with excess phenylhydrazine, both D-fructose as well as D-glucose, they form Osagen. Both of them form Osagen. So here only top 2 they undergo change, but these 3 they remain unaltered. That means it confirms that D-glucose and D-fructose have same structure of asymmetric carbon atom at third, fourth and fifth one. Look, third OH here, third OH here, fourth OH this side, OH this side, fifth OH this side, OH this side. So This one, formation of upsargen both from fructose as well as glucose, D-fructose and D-glucose, confirms that both are having similar structure of asymmetric carbon atom at carbon atom number 3, 4 and 5. So it confirms the open chain structure of fructose. So this is for today. In the next class we will discuss the evidences against presence of open chain and how they form closed chain structure or closed ring structure. Okay. So this is for today and thank you very much.